G'day whiskey lovers, you're watching the Hard Malt channel. My name's Tim, and as promised from the last video, today I have a whiskey review, this time with something that most of you should be able to get your hands on if you go to the right whiskey retailers, specialist shops and all that jazz. So what I've got here is the 2025 Cairdeas release from Laphroaig Distillery down on the Isle of Islay in Scotland, and this one is the Lore Cask Strength. Some of you might be familiar with the core range bottling of Laphroaig Lore, which generally is around the 48% mark, and it's quite a popular one that Lore released. So this year they decided, as their Cairdeas release, which they do generally annually, they decided to bottle some Lore at cask strength. So this is bottled at 59.8%. So it's going to be a beast. Let's just pop some of this into the glass. Now, I did watch the official tasting video, or masterclass video, on the Friends of Laphroaig website. There's a tasting done by their distillery manager George Campbell of this very bottling here, and he disclosed that the makeup of the Laphroaig Lore release it ranges from ages of 7 years old up to 21 years old whiskey, and the cask makeup is a mix of obviously ex-bourbon barrels, quarter casks as well, which for anybody who watched my previous video on the Duncan Taylor Octave release, a quarter cask is to a bourbon hogshead what an octave cask is to a sherry butt. So a quarter cask is obviously a much smaller format barrel, and it's generally made up from the staves of old ex-bourbon barrels. So ex-bourbon, quarter casks, ex-Oloroso butts as well, and also virgin oak, which is fresh oak, with that hasn't had anything in it. So that's the cask makeup, that's the age range of what's gone into this, or what goes into Laphroaig Lore, and therefore what's in its undiluted form. Let's see what we've got on the nose here. It's delightfully easy to stick right up close to your nose at 59.8%, and it doesn't even no nose hairs have been singed in the making of this video, shall we say. Plenty of smoke. You have to expect that from Laphroaig. Plenty of smoke. There's a real richness. I'm getting a little bit of the sherry influence as well. So there's a little bit of chocolate, a bit of dark fruits, cherries. On the regular strength Lore, I always got chocolate and cherries big time on the nose. This is a bit more, obviously a bit more intense. You got more of the vibrant peat coming through. Vanilla as well, and it comes across sweet without being sweet, if that makes sense. I always often get that on Oloroso cask matured whiskies, is that there's a hint of a sweetness on the nose, but it's not a true sweetness. It's more the flavour that's coming across. Yeah, lots of dark fruits coming in now. Peat is still very vibrant there. Let's see how it is on the palate. Straight away on the palate I get the typical Laphroaig peat, that medicinal notes. At cask strength, this is hospital grade peat. It's all mixing with, I've got vanilla, I've got some oak characters coming through, probably a little bit of that virgin oak is coming through. You can tell that it's quite a complex whiskey, this one, and you can tell there's all different ages going on in there. You've got the vibrancy of the peat it'll be definitely coming from the younger barrels, so from the 7 years to 10 years old barrels. Then you've got the older stuff right up to 21 years old is obviously adding some balance, some maturity. It'll be adding more of the oak characters as well. Slight tannins. Long finish, well, medium long finish I would say, and it's definitely a peaty, mildly smoky finish with plenty of that old oak, dark fruits, hints of chocolate sort of thing. Go for another sip. That's so delicious on the nose. Really quite easy on the palate, considering its percent. I mean, it's an absolute beast, and you would do no harm by adding a few drops of water on this, or even a spoonful or two. But even neat, it's so drinkable, it's so delicious. Yeah, I definitely still get that. I get the dark, it's more of dark fruits, not so much straight out cherry. I still get the hints of chocolate. Sweetness coming from the vanilla, which will be coming from the ex-bourbon casks, and most definitely from the quarter casks. And all through it you've still got that typical, as I said, Laphroaig hospital grade peat. Just delicious. As I said, I believe there's still some of this around available. I purchased mine direct from Laphroaig, as I'm a friend of a Laphroaig member, but you should be able to find some around at the your specialist whisky shops, your online whisky retailers. You should be able to find some, and I'll be looking forward to savouring this as best as I can, because as you can see I've had a red hot go at this one. But would I buy this again? If I didn't know that there's going to be another Cartridge release coming out next year and the year after that, or other special releases from Laphroaig, then absolutely I'd go and get a backup bottle of this. But for me at the moment, because I know there's always going to be something else coming, I'm quite happy just to sort of sit on this for as long as I can. I might save a sample or two for a rainy day perhaps, and wait to see what's next. But until then, I will be absolutely enjoying this one. So there you have it, folks. Laphroaig Law Cask Strength, the 2025 Cartridge release. If you can get your hands on it, I highly recommend. Until next time, Slán Jabbar.